this is Thomas, and today we are going to be making chewy almond cookies. These are really good, and I like the almond flavor that they give you when you bite into them, and they're also chewy, as the name would suggest. First, you're going to take a mixer with a whisk attachment, and you're going to add in 2 egg whites and just under a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. Then you're going to beat that on medium-high to high speed for a couple minutes until you start getting stiff peaks. And when it gets stiff peaks, I will show you what that looks like so that you know what it looks like. While you're beating this, you're going to notice a couple stages. First, it's going to start to get bubbly, and then it'll get a little bit foamier. After that, it will look like when you take your whisk and go up, it'll leave a little bit of a peak, but not a very sharp peak. Then it'll start to leave tracks in your egg whites, which tells you that it's getting close to stiff peaks. Mine's not quite at stiff peaks, but when it is at stiff peaks, you're going to be able to take your whisk and go like that, and it's going to hold its shape. So I've been going for about 1.5 minutes now, and I'm probably going to need another 30 seconds. So after about 2 minutes, you'll notice that when you take your whisk, it'll just hold its shape, and that means you're at stiff peaks. Then you can take your whisk attachment out and you can put the rest of your mixer away. Now you're going to take a fine sieve and you're going to put it over your egg whites. And then you're going to put in 2 1/4 cups of almond flour, 1 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, a pinch of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Then you're going to take a spoon and you're just going to sift it in using your sieve. This can take a little while, but you need to make sure it all goes through so that there aren't any big clumps. Now you're going to take a spatula, and this should be a big one because it's a big bowl and you have a lot of ingredients, and you're going to carefully fold it in. You need to fold this so that you don't get all the air out of your egg whites. Next, you're going to add in the zest from about half of an orange, and this should be about a teaspoon. Now you're also going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla and 1 tablespoon of almond extract. Then you're just going to fold that into the rest of your dough. Once you're done with that, you're going to take a baking sheet and you're going to line it with parchment paper. You might need a second baking sheet, but one should be good enough to start. And then you're going to take a bowl and you're going to add in some powdered sugar, and I'm going to start with about 1/4 cup. Now you're going to take a cookie scoop, but mine was dirty because the dishwasher didn't do a very good job. Or if you don't have one, your hands, and you're going to take balls that are about 1 inch, and you're just going to roll them a bit in your hands, and then you're going to put them in your powdered sugar, and you're just going to make sure they're all coated in that. Then you can tap it off a bit. This dough is going to be very soft. And then you're going to put that on your cookie sheet, and you're just going to give it a bit of a smush. Then you're going to repeat this process for all of the rest of them. Once you're done rolling out your cookies, you're going to notice that you are going to have to wash your hands a couple times while you're rolling them out because it's going to get sticky. You're also probably going to need more powdered sugar throughout the process. But now you're pretty much going to leave your cookies here on the baking sheet for about an hour so they can get a little bit of a skin on them. So I'm going to be back in an hour when these are done sitting. While your cookies are drying, you should have preheated your oven to 300 degrees. Once they've dried, you're just going to crack them a little bit by taking your fingers and pushing on opposite corners so that they get a little bit cracked. This won't affect the taste, but it will affect the look, and it'll make them look a little bit prettier. While you're cracking them, you'll be able to feel that they have a skin on them now. And now you're going to put them in your preheated oven for about 20 minutes, and I will be back when these come out. When your cookies are done, you should take them out and let them cool. These are even better the second day, but I'm going to eat one in a couple minutes when they finish cooling. Once you've let them cool for a bit, or it's the next day, you can eat one. So that's what I'm going to do right now. These are very good and pretty easy, and I enjoy making them, so you should too. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.